Hello and welcome to Crafty Tuesday again. And it's lovely to be with you and lovely to be able to do some crafts with you because I think we're going to be having a little bit more time now to do crafts because I think at the weekends and in the evenings it might be when we get home from school and it's dark and there's not much else we can do because we're going to be locked down again, that craft is going to be something that we're going to be able to do with our parents or our people who we're living with. So today, as I told you last week, we're going to be thinking about poppies, and we're going to do lots and lots of crafts about poppies. I love poppies. You can't see it here, but we've got curtains that have got poppies on. We've got pictures, a big picture in our lounge of poppies. And I just think they're such lovely flowers. But at this time of year, they're extra special because have you noticed people are starting to wear poppies on their clothes? People on the television, the people on CBBS and so on are all wearing poppies. And they're wearing poppies because it's a very special day coming when we think about all the people who fought in wars and perhaps have died or been injured or hurt. And it's just very special. And this year it's extra special because the people aren't able to go out on the streets and collect money for the charities that help those people. So they're asking us to donate money and make poppies ourselves. So that's what we're going to do today. And the first poppy I'm going to do is just a very simple painted poppy. I've got one there, and there's like a field of poppies. So easy to do. Just get a piece of white paper or white card. You should be able to still get white paper and white card. I don't think the craft shops are going to be open anymore, but I think you'll be able to find you can get them in Tesco's and things like that. But you certainly can get them today. Get some red paint. And you know I like sponges. I like a sponge much more than a paintbrush for doing things like that. It's better to do a poppy with your paper that way up. That's called portrait. To do your paper that way up, just get red paint and just splodge it onto the paper like this, because poppies are sort of, that's the shape that poppies are. So just keep splodging it on like that, very gently, and you can get the shape of a poppy like I'm doing here. And when you've gone all the way around getting the poppy shape, it takes a few minutes to do it. It doesn't really matter if you've got it not completely filled up, because there are little white bits. If you look at the poppies on my curtains, you can see lots of white bits on there. And when you've done that, get another sponge and make the bit that's the stem of the poppy. Just go like that. And make the leaf of the poppy. And when you've done all of that, you fill it all in. You mustn't do it with, you don't need lots of paint or anything like that. It's just do it very gently. And when you've done that, just leave it to dry. Or you can get a paintbrush and you can put the black paint, the middle of it in. What I discovered, and I can't do it now to show you, but what I did discover when I did my poppy before we started was that the black paint does disappear a bit, and it's slightly better if you can let it dry. And if you do that, then you get a nice black middle. With the one that I did here, after it dried, I used a black felt tip pen. It's a black Sharpie, and I went over it again. So you've got a poppy like the one I've just done here. And And that's how you can do it. That's the one I've just done, and that's the one we've got. So we're getting lots of poppies now, aren't we? So we'll just put that there. And then the other one I did here is the same system, but you see I've done lots and lots of little poppies, and all you have to do basically is get your card and make the poppy shapes. I'm not going to do another one because you can see what I've done there. Just make the poppy shapes and use the same green paint and so on, and like a field of poppies. And then I've written on there, we will remember them, because that's special words that are said on the Sunday, on Remembrance Sunday. We will remember them, so that we don't ever forget these people who've done such very, very brave things. All right. Now, another way that we can make a poppy is we can do it with tissue paper. You can see all I've got there is some red and black tissue paper. There's a bit of green, red and green tissue paper, and a little bit of black in the middle. What I did was I cut a paper plate out and painted it red, cut it into a poppy shape, stuck it on with Pritt stick, and then I've written there, lest we forget, because we mustn't ever forget those people. So you just need Pritt stick and the paper, tissue paper, and you've got another poppy that you can put in your window. Now, the last thing that I did was I made a poppy like this. And this poppy here, it's made with pipe cleaners. Can you see it? And all you need to do is get some pipe cleaners. You need 3 colours of pipe cleaners: black, green and red. And just think about it. You will need a grown-up to help you with it, but just make it into a poppy shape, just like you've got there. When you've done it, you can put it in a jar. This is in a jar that's just got some little crystals in it so that it stays upright. You can get those in the garden centre, or Mum might have them for her flowers. Or otherwise you could just put them in a jam jar or something like that. And then the last one that I did, very last one, and this one's a bit more complicated. This is quite good if you're slightly older. This isn't something you can do if you're very young. But we cut out the poppies just with red and green card. We made the black with black card round the edge, and we put it in a laminating pouch. If you've got a laminating pouch at home, your parents or your carers will help you do that and laminate it, and then you can hang it in the window. Because what we really want you to do is make sure that your window this weekend has got a poppy in it, because that will tell people who come past your house that you have remembered these brave people. And there still are brave people who are in our army and our navy and our air force that we do think about very, very specially. So don't forget, there's the tissue paper poppy, the very many painted poppies we've done, the laminated poppy, the pipe cleaner poppy. And if you do see anybody selling poppies, look, Rusty's got his poppy on and I've got my poppy on. So lots of poppies, and I look forward to seeing you next week at Crafty Tuesday, when it'll be fireworks, just a little bit late, but we'll be doing some crafts with fireworks. So it's really lovely to see you again. Goodbye.